Greetings, Local 2627 sisters and brothers. Today is Monday, December 30th, and I hope everybody's had a great holiday season so far, and wishing you a happy new year. Let me just give you a little bit of info on a couple of things. Pay practices. If there's a problem with your paycheck, you're not getting the right amount of money, they're not paying you overtime, you're not getting your comp time, standby time issues, or anything of that sort, you need to go to your agency, to your payroll department, and talk to them first. You need to get the information, let them give you a story, and whatever story they give you, then you bring that to the union and let us go and do what we have to do. But don't wait 2-3 months, or in some cases we've had people wait years before they found out, and they knew there was a mistake and they never mentioned it. The longer you wait, the harder it is to get that money back, because the agency can slow down the procedure by saying they have to do research. I mean, even though you could do the research in a couple of hours or an hour, they're going to say it takes them a while to do the research and whatnot. So please, if you have a payroll issue, go to your payroll department as soon as possible and see what they have to say about it. And then if they don't give you an answer that's reasonable, then come to Local 2627 and let us do stuff. Let us do what we have to do. Supporting document for anything that you need. If we ask you for supporting document, please supply the supporting document. If we go in front of management with an issue and you don't have the documentation that they're requiring, then it's going to be a problem. They're going to say it. They're not going to go by word of mouth. So don't take offense if we ask you, did you do this? Do you have this? Because this is what's required. We cannot go in front of management without documentation in our hand to support your cause. And also, keeping that in mind, we have people who don't want to give us the Social Security number when they have a problem. They have a problem, we ask them, and they need to talk to the department. And when we talk to the department, whether it's prescription department or optical department or disabilities or beneficiaries, the first thing that, even education, the first thing they ask us for is your Social Security number. Now, we have people that don't want to give us a Social Security number, or they only want to give us the last 4 digits. That's not acceptable. Remember, everything that you do in DC 37 is confidential. We do not share your information with anybody. So if we ask you for your Social Security number, it's because the department needs your Social Security number to do whatever research they do. Don't think that our names are that unique, because there are people with similar names. I've even seen people with similar Social Security numbers. So please, Social Security number is one of the things that's required almost in every lookup. Now, if it has to do with the medical part of our H&S Health and Security area, then they may ask for the PID number. If you don't have you should either have the Social Security number or the PID number. I believe PID stands for Patient's Information Identification. So we need that number. So please keep that in mind. And when we've had people send green cards also without the Social Security number on it, just the last 4 digits. That's not going to work. That green card becomes invalid because we don't know who you are. If you're going to resign or you're going to retire, please just don't do it off of a whim. Call us first and talk to us about it. We have people that after a couple of months of being retired, they call us and ask us how to get their jobs back, because they got mad and they were eligible for retirement and they retired and they forgot that they want a fixed income and they have mortgage, they have car payments, they have kids in college, and so on and so on. Same thing with resignations. If you're going to resign, please talk to us first, because sometimes to rescind this resignation is hard. Now, if you're permanent, it's a moot point. They have to accept you rescinding your resignation, but they still want to make it hard. If you're provisional, then basically it's open field. They can do what they want. So just be very, very careful about that. Now, HHC has a policy that came down from the state, which has to do with flu shots. You either have to have a flu shot, or you have to wear a surgical mask. And this should be basically people who have to do with patients or in areas where patients are. Now, if you don't want to get the flu shot, you have to wear a surgical mask. It's the state law. It's a state mandate. There's nothing we can do about it. What's happening now at HHC, at certain locations, people who don't get a flu shot and they don't want to wear a surgical mask, they're sending you home. They're sending you home without pay, and then they're working on trying to get you fired. So please, if you work for HHC, you're required to have the flu shot or a surgical mask on. Now, if you work in an area where you have totally no exposure to patients, or I should say patients have no exposure to you, then you should call us, and maybe there's something that we can do about that, about circumventing that. But please, You only have two options, either flu shot or a surgical mask. If you don't want to get the flu shot, you have to wear the surgical mask. Good and welfare, Nathan Snyderman at Department of Finance had major heart surgery. He's in the hospital right now recovering. And of course, during the holiday season, it always takes a toll on you, and the impact is even more severe. So we're hoping that he has a speedy recovery, and our love goes out to him, to Nathan and his family. In solidarity, until I speak to you next week. Robert Ajay.